Hello everybody, it's I, Heroscape. Today we are painting again. Um, 2 times in 1 week, it's hard to imagine. But I am filled with the painting spirit, the edge of annihilation rapidly approaching, so I'm trying to get as much stuff done as possible. And with that said, let's dive right into painting. I hope everyone's doing really well today. We're going to be starting off with Duke and Lady Jaye. Two figures that, honestly, I've not been too excited to paint, but let's get them out of the paint box. They're just kind of your generic army men type of deal, so not much to do, but we'll try to liven them up. I don't know if I'll keep Duke's color scheme. I might go more for just the traditional, like leather coat and army drab, I think is what we'll keep him as. I saw some kind of other alts with that style. I'm not a big fan of that yellowy coat. And we have Lady Jaye, who is an underrated figure. Her zip line is quite strong, if you know how to use it right. And hello, Custom Scaper. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to start off with some Pro Acryl Camo Green, appropriately named, and just get our base coat applied. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on these guys. Just kind of try to knock them off the to-do list. We zenithal primed these just to make it appear a bit better on camera. Let's see if we can get actually a bit closer here. I'm gonna angle so I don't hit the camera as much. I noticed my last stream I was in the way. Hope everyone's doing well this week. My wife and kids have fallen slightly ill. They have a bit of a scratchy throat going around. Thankfully I've avoided the worst of it. I think I caught it in time. Your phone inner screen doesn't work, so now I have to use the small outside one. So you can't catch a break. I'm sorry to hear that. When it rains, it pours, for sure. We're gonna have you one of these days, Custom Scaper. I'm always looking for people to talk to when I'm painting. Maybe I'll have you show up just to chat with me while I'm painting. If you're interested, of course. A nice solid coat is what we're doing here. And the reason we have two is so we can kind of keep on switching back and forth between them. I probably could have done Roadblock, but I kind of want to do a nice job on Roadblock. I think he can look pretty good. Lady Jaye's whole outfit is just kind of a army drab, right? I guess it can be whatever I want it to be. We got some swingy tunes tonight. I was getting a little tired of lo-fi. I like lo-fi, but sometimes I just need something a little upbeat when I'm painting for a couple hours. Like, honestly, I don't listen to that much lo-fi music on my own. It's just the easiest to find copyright-free music. If it was up to me, I would have a much different music playing in the background. A lot more esoteric stuff, for sure. Yeah, I primed these a while ago, and I don't think I did a very good job on them. I just kind of, looking at. Thankfully, I'm going to plan on covering it up. It's mainly just so it shows up better on camera. But it's kind of a sloppy prime. Now I'm looking at it. I played against Lady Jaye at ScapeCon, against actually Dylan, one of the designers, and he ran her with chain gruts. And so he pretty much created like this really strong leap off point for the chain gruts to kind of get out of a rough start zone, which kind of surprised me, caught me off guard. You know what? I probably should have just named this episode title "You're Just Here for the Zip Line." That would have been a lot more appropriate. We're keeping the paints then, just to preserve these details, but we're gonna let the shadows probably do most of the work here. Let me just look a picture of her. Make sure I have my colors all right. Yeah, she's just green. That makes it easy. All right. Definitely rotate the model around. Make sure you're hitting all the spots. Normal days off for Sunday, Monday, but every now and again I have to have a Thursday. Well, I'm looking to start streaming a bit more Mondays, so maybe we can make that work. Oh yeah, G.I. Joe time. Yep. Now we were saving it for Thursday this week for you, Inventive. I was looking for good ults for Lady Jaye, and I did not really find any beyond Army Drab. So we're just painting her Army Drab today. We're doing Duke. I saw more. He has just like a leather jacket style. It looked like it was one of the comic variants of him. We'll be probably painting him in that style, just because I really don't like that yellowish brown. Shade. It's kind of an ugly shade. It's a shade that makes sense in like the 80s cartoons, but maybe not too much on it's just too close to skin tone. Alright, let's get some skin tones going here. We're going to use some advanced flash from Procryl. And we'll start basing this while we wait for this to dry. We're using Warm. Look at Tiger Force Duke or Covert Ops Duke. Now let's see here. See, I rely on Inventive to give me the requisite G.I. Joe lore. I don't want to paint tiger stripes. It is cool. That's a better variant. Oh yeah, that one is a lot better. I guess they're kind of the same, but it's a better render at least. Still need to finish my Cobra Troopers. Same. I need to finish. Well, I think I just have one more squad to finish. Oh, you like the small screen? Oh yeah, I'm experimenting with it here. Let's see if I can make it a bit bigger. I'm working on getting the integrated graphic. I want to do more with it. I know how. I've just been really just too lazy to format it with a cool chat overlay. So We're putting that to the to-do list. But this is a step in the right direction. Covert Ops, Luke. Special Force. Yeah, Covert Ops is a little bit better. I just don't like the tan. What's I'm trying to find the variant I found. What's his name? I don't know. Here, I'll post a picture of it, and you can tell me where it's from. Alright, now I'm completely distracted. You've all succeeded. This Duke right here. This is the Duke I kind of want to do. I think it's kind of based off the Heroscape one now I kind of look at it closer, but I just like that shade of brown slightly better. I'm going to keep that here for reference either way. I just like the dark brown accents at the top. Just kind of tones it in a bit better for me. And it might just be that that art is just better than the Heroscape art we have for him. I like Advanced Tone a lot. It's a really good kind of darker flesh tone base to build up to some really interesting colors with good flesh tones. And we'll just get these base layers done. Also need to learn how to paint like stained glass look for a guy I want to paint. That's interesting. I haven't really messed around with that concept too much. Kind of giving that semi-transparent look. It kind of depends on if it's transparent to begin with, then it's a little bit easier. If it's not, then it's just a lot of glazing lighter colors that add some subtle kind of reflections to it. Is it a Heroscape unit or a different guy? And we're using some warm brown for the brown bits. There we go. And we're just blocking in colors right now. Let's get a nice kind of pale tan. We'll go with a drab brown and build up from there. Why does he have an outfit that's just his legs are tiger prints? Now that I think about it. Oh, Scabbard? Huh, that would be interesting, like creating some clear panels. Huh, I'll look into it, see if I can get any tips or advice on that. Off the top of my head, I don't have a lot of recommendations just because it's something I never even thought about trying before. So I'll look into that for you. I'll keep you posted. There's a paint at Michael's called Gallery Glass that looks like stained glass. Huh. It sounds cool. It sounds a little difficult just with all the individual segments of old Scabby. But even just like a couple segments on them would be pretty cool. What color are Duke's boots? Are they traditionally brown? Yeah, I think they're brown boots. Okay. Well, I might go with black boots here, just to add a separate color. Ideas for future stream? Possibly. I don't really have a extra scav to paint. I just don't know if I would be really good at that kind of effect. But if I find something cool, I'll definitely stream about it. Yeah, these guys are pretty easy to paint right here. We're not doing anything too fancy tonight. We're just getting some colors put on. We're keeping our black paint pretty thin just to so it kind of uses that white underlayer and gives it some natural highlights underneath, almost like a speed paint or a glaze. That will kind of tighten up with a little bit more layers. And we'll do it to the gun as well too. Oh, it's going to be a wedding gift? I'm trying to get her to learn to play. Well, a stained glass Scabbard might be the ticket to convincing. Yeah, we're just looking downright sloppy now. Alright, that's fine. We'll tighten them up. Let's go back to Lady Jaye over here. Just add an extra layer on. She actually has her arms showing, so we'll make sure to cover that up with the flesh tone. Sometimes when you paint a model, it's hard to decide like which areas are cloth and which areas are skin. Currently working on a Snow Forge Hellfort. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love winter themed things. That's come Yuletide, we'll be doing a lot of winter themed stuff. That Sonlin we painted up last stream, I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Hellforge, like a white Hellforge with, I assume there would be like a blue furnace in the center, or would be like a red furnace in the center. When Hellforge freezes over, +1 inspiration for event over there. That snow texture paint on it. Yeah, that would work. Oh, blue with light red. That's pretty cool too. Hellforge is pretty fun. I've painted like 5 Hellforges at this point, and they're just a fun thing to paint. For one of my Renegade Con videos, they sent me the files for the Hellforge because there was an issue in shipping it to me in time. And so I've always wanted just to print a Hellforge and hook it up like with a light to have its internals glow, because I can print it and transparent, which I thought would be kind of cool. But I just haven't had time. Also, I wouldn't be able to sell it or give it away. I would just have to kind of have another Hellforge on my desk. But it would be a cool thing to try out. Oh, you can't texture Heroscape though. Yeah, not too much. Oh no, you can texture Heroscape bases now. Are you talking about the bases or the model itself? As long as it doesn't obstruct the model for the bases. We might be referring to the model. And obstruct the line of sight. Oh, we might actually have some time to do some like basings today. Maybe we'll see if we get to the basing point today. When I come back from my trip, I will be working on Thorman. Will be the stream for a few days. We'll be working on Thorman from start to finish for a pretty advanced paint job for him. This is what I'm hoping to do. And I apologize if you see any flies flying around. My kids left the back door open before bed and let in like 30 flies. They're just attracted to the light, so I'm not a terribly dirty individual, but they just got to me. Almost has like gold plating, which is interesting. Okay. And we're just applying this advanced flesh tone to her flesh. The Agamemnon be a good Greek hero? Yes. Yeah, I think he would. I think honestly, just you know how Heroscape always kind of goes with the pop culture. I think having some like Achilles and Odysseus would be really cool adds to the game. Kind of like how we got Gladiators because the movie Gladiator was out and the aughts. Like that'd be kind of cool. I'd like some kind of like more like not like Greek gods, but like large semi-mythical figures of Greek fiction. Digimon would be cool. I haven't seen the Odyssey yet. I heard it's pretty good. I might go see it. I just have to find 3 hours to go watch it. I'm going back to California and I'm meeting up with a bunch of my my film school friends who live out there. So maybe we'll all go watch it together. A Trojan horse that can carry figures? Maybe it's like a destructible object. I would like that. Honestly, that would be kind of a clever idea. That you can have it in your hero, like your opponent's start zone, but you need like almost, and you can put X amount of figures, but you just kind of need like almost like a airborne elite drop. Like you put it in your opponent's start zone or within like 5 spaces of their start zone, and if you roll a 14 or higher, you can remove all figures from the thing. But like your opponents can attack the horse too. So you're kind of on this timeline. I don't know. It's not fully accurate to the Trojan horse, but it'd be kind of a fun little ad. It's there's definitely something mechanically there. Yeah, I think I had this really good rough for a Achilles figure. I would love to see. I think he needs a little bit of work, but pretty much the concept was that he ignores all wounds unless you roll a skull in every die. So, like a rat has a more chance of killing him than say a Jotun the giant, and that's because rats are closer to his heels. You know. We're just using some metallics for the zip line. Maybe her leg armor will just layer over that. It's kind of wild to me that we don't have like Spartans in the game yet too. Like that just seems kind of obvious. And Persians too. Like I would love some Persians. They got the look, they got the style. Slap a Persian in Einar's rank and you're looking pretty good. Kind of have them be the modern take on like Romans or whatever. Maybe a little bit different. Romans are about positioning. I could see Persians be more about like initiative. Lady Guys and the Cersei. Yes, that'd be great. I would love like Spartans to be a common hero that you want to draft like 10 of in your army, like, because right now we have a bunch of common heroes in Newscape, but like you want like 1 or 2. Give us a common hero that like you want to build a whole army with. It would be nice in contemporary. Almost need to make another historical sequel video. I don't think enough time has passed, but people keep on suggesting cool historicals for me to add, and I'm like, I do want to talk about it. I'm kind of honestly in like a productive slump. I'm just it's hard for me to get a project started at this stage right now. I have a lot of ideas cooking, but it's just hard for me to get them done. I took too long of a break, and I have to get motivated to restart. Alexander and Julius. Yeah, there's just a lot of good things. I like that we're actually getting some historicals now, so we can actually like talk about that. Yeah, but like that's not official. Pathfinder is non-official. It's cool, but it's not like... And also, Pathfinders just aren't very good. I think, until I get shredded by their 3 attacks of 4 at range. They're not really good when I use them. I have been wanting to see how good they are with like Duke though. See if that's worthwhile. We're taking Army Green from Army Painter. Army Green's Army Painter, and just mixing it with that Camo Green just to give some highlights here. I just wish Duke's aura was 3. He'd be a lot more worthwhile. That 2 aura makes it hard to use him with any melee soldier. He's just kind of a weird figure, honestly. I have a lot of problems with Duke's design. Like, he's costed really high, but at least in terms of the G.I. Joe box, there's not a lot of heroes that need that extra attack. He's best used with like the green shirts, which is not the best squad out there. I think green shirts honestly would be doing really good. It's just Thing Cobras are so strong. Like, it completely overshadows them. I think green shirts are pretty well balanced, but there's just no reason to use them when Cobra Troopers are cheaper, have more range, have bonding, and has a higher attack threshold. Flint Hawk and Beachhead. Yeah, it's just like the Joes just don't have any fun. There's nothing fun about playing. I think honestly Lady Jaye is the most fun Joe figure. She at least gets to zip line around the battlefield. And Scarlet I think is good. Like, Scarlet is pretty good in her own right, but it's just like the Cobra has this really integrated synergy web, and I just feel like the heroes really, like, I feel like Joe heroes should be like, if they're a hero-centric faction, their heroes need more than 3 defense. Maybe 4 if you're Roadblock. It's just kind of weird. Like, Snake Eyes feels like they were made by 2 teams. It feels like Cobra was designed by a team that didn't care as much about balance and wanted just to have fun. And then Joes were made by a team that were really scared about soldier tags and just really nerfed them because of that. Like, admittedly, a soldier is one of the best tags you could have in the game. But they're all kind of like, that's because most things benefit, like, come from their heroes. A lot of common rank soldiers. I don't know. It's just unusual. Some more Joes would be very nice, though. I just don't like that you can only take a turn with 2 Joes once around. Like, I think Duke should have just let you take a turn with 2 Joes every turn and not even worry about the attack buff. And he's just kind of like a order marker hub. Honestly, would have been pretty nice. Or just have the green shirts be able to move any 2 soldiers and not limit them to heroes, so they can develop themselves. And you know, I don't know. It feels like something was missing from them. The Cobra has so many fun things. Even like the worst Cobra units, like Mindbender and Baroness, have some pretty fun things they can do. Like Baroness can take a turn with anyone in the game, any hero in the game, if she's with Crimson Twins. Maybe we'll get some more in 2028 when the movie comes out. Yeah, I heard Danny McBride is making a G.I. Joe, which I kind of like his stuff. Like, his stuff has this weird balance of crass and profound, which I kind of appreciate. I really enjoyed watching The Righteous Gemstones, and what was it, Vice Principles? I enjoyed that one too. I think it'd be good. G.I. Joe could use a good movie. So I heard the other live actions they released weren't too well received. It was kind of that like post-Transformer wave, I think, of studios just quickly cashing in on IPs, but like they just didn't really bother to make it worthwhile. But I've never seen them, so I don't want to say that's the case if it's not. We switched to a dark umber just to give a little bit more different separation here. Did they like pick the most generic of the Joes? Because it seems like there's some fun ones out there, like the ones you're talking about. What's the one medic guy? I really want the medic guy. Joes having healing would really tip him over the edge too. Lifeline? Is it Lifeline? The G.I. Joe movies already made it garbage. Okay, that's what I thought. I had a feeling that they could not possibly be good. Lifeline and Doc. Yeah, both just some healing for the Joes, because like Duke, once he gets like 4 wounds, you're just too scared to use them, because you just will get sniped. Honestly, like the G.I. Joes need something like Clayton Pierce, where they can kind of move a lot of guys all at once and then take a turn with all of them. Like, I just don't think Duke's doing it. Let's get this Camo green. And we're just going to kind of sketch out where we want these light highlights to go. Yeah, there's not really much to these models to even like spice them up. We're gonna mix a bit of just faded green from Pro Krill with that army green, and we're gonna just highlight it. We're gonna probably tone this down just to blend the colors a bit more. But I just want to see how bright we can get this. And we're using the detail brush just to pick out the details. And I've added a bit of just texture and wear and tear that will appear hopefully a little bit less sharp once we bring it back down. I will say, I feel like this music tonight is making me paint faster. Sometimes I get a little sleepy with the slower music on. Alright, let's get a black green going here. Actually, let's go with dark camo green. I lied. We'll add this. And we'll look for our wash medium. If you can find it. If not, we'll just use water. I think I have it. All right. We'll just use a bit of water. That's fine. Need to hop on that site you talked about. Oh yeah, Wargame Trader. Yeah, it's a. I mean, I'm not sponsored today, so well. But no, it's a good site run by a good dude. So definitely recommend it. And now we're taking this dark camo green. We're just kind of toning these colors down here. I haven't posted my figures I painted on there yet. I'm still kind of finishing the last details on them. But this should be coming up pretty shortly. Let's mix just a bit of black in with this, just to even darken the tone more. These deep shadows. I feel like basing the tan, washing brown, and highlighting back to make a cool camo pattern. Honestly, I don't have a lot of experience with camo. I probably should look more into that. It's a tan, brown, highlight black. Oh yeah, kind of like separating the individual quadrants. Lady Jaye would look pretty good with a cool little camo scheme. I could see it. Maybe we'll do that for Duke here. Give him a camo coat. With a blue-black for the cap. The only thing I painted camo in my life was what is this tank here? I just did it kind of fast. I feel like I could do a bit better on it if I tried harder. Maybe I'll paint some of my green shirts in camo style. Get real daring and give Duke his scar on his cheek? Is it his left or right cheek? Oh, it's his left eye. Yeah, I see it. Oh, I can do that. Give him something interesting to look at here. Yeah, it came out cool. It's a tiny little tank. It's actually like scaled appropriately to Heroscape. Like that's how big that tank was. It was just a little death machine there. It's the Renault F4, I believe. F14 maybe. Lady Jaye's coming along. What color is her hair? Is it brownish hair, I think? You know, we'll start off with like a mahogany. And we'll build up from there. I always feel like such a noob whenever I paint G.I. Joe. I'm like, I like the models, but maybe there's a certain appeal to my ignorance. No, I haven't read those comic books. They got sent back to the library. I didn't read them in time. I have to wait for them to get back in the cycle. I was actually going to read them today. I was like, in preparation for this, and I was like, Amanda, my wife, have you seen the library book? She's like, I took it back. It was a week overdue. I was like, oof. That's what I get for being a procrastinator. And we're just adding some highlights now to the letter. We're probably going to tone this back down just a bit. I feel like we just need a little bit like a brighter green on Lady Jaye, or maybe a darker. I'm back and forth. She's getting there. I think we'll bring up some parts of her. A lot of painting is bringing down and then bringing back up. To buy everything I paint? Well, I appreciate it. We're gonna have fun with Secrets of the Citadel when it comes out. There's gonna be some crispy paint jobs, I think, for those ones. Lots of fur and metal in Secrets of the Citadel. Pretty easy to paint. The models just look a lot better than Age of Annihilation's in terms of like, oh, I actually want to paint this. Like, I'm still working on all the Kari I painted a few streams ago. Like, they're coming along. They're getting there. There's just just not very fun for me to paint. Like, when I was doing it, I was complaining the whole time. And I'm still complaining the whole time about them. And we're just using some fine detail work here, tracing out all those lines on the leg. And doing some edge highlighting just to bring out the colors, not make it look so bland. I'm not talking much during this part because I am focusing. And let's start building up the facial tones. We're going to do a tan tone mixed with this advanced tone, just to start lining up the face here. The reason I always do the kind of this half mix, one is to let me see where I want the colors to go, and it allows me just to kind of test it out, make sure if this is the direction I want to go before committing to a much stronger color. It also makes these transitions a lot softer, kind of gives you a secondary color between them. And we're hitting the chin, the nose, and the cheeks mainly here. And we're going to try to put that up a bit. We're going to tie some of that green back into the spear here, just to kind of unify these colors a little bit. I don't know if that's the official scheme, but I kind of like it. Okay, and Let's build up a little bit of yellows on her. Go to the khaki. Yeah, let's go to... Let's mix a little bit of bright ochre into the drab brown just to build that up a bit. And I'll trace the outside. I will say it's nice having a model with a little bit less base coating detail, because then you can actually kind of work on the other details in the stream. In the cartoon, a net pops out of her spear. In the comics, it's grenades. Yeah, I like the grenades a little bit better, but I guess you can't show violent eviscerations on the cartoons. I would love like a well-animated G.I. Joe cartoon, if they exist, like a series, kind of like a la Avatar kind of quality. Like, it could still be for kids, just kind of high quality, good writing, and I would hop in a heartbeat. So I think there's something to say with the series from what I've seen so far. Like, it's very much, you know, army propaganda, but I don't know, there's something about just having good guys be good guys that's missing from media nowadays. That'd be nice to have. And we're just taking that pure ochre here. And just bring up the highlights, the edges. Okay, let's get some warm flesh mixed with this tan flesh, and we'll get these final, or second to final highlights going here. She traditionally like wear lipstick. I might give her red lips. Let's go with a nice burnt red for the lips. And we'll mix maybe just a, yeah, we'll start with the base and we'll build up from that. The theme of the comics is often about soldiers having to follow questionable orders, but using ingenuity to achieve the objective without doing the evil. Kind of like a Captain America, Winter Soldier kind of vibe. I can dig it. Larry Hama was in Vietnam and had an amazing philosophy about soldiers. Huh, that's interesting. We got a little bit lack of contrast here in the middle region that we're going to definitely have to build up. It seems like we kind of brought that down a bit too much. And that happens. Sometimes you just don't give something enough attention or just tone it down too much. But nah, man, it was really good. Okay, I'll add it to the pile of things I would love to check out. There we go. Just a bit of a brighter tone in this middle part. It's been a little muddy. Alright, and we're just tidying up some areas we missed here. And we're just picking up those little details here. I actually think we are going to go black-green here. I just feel like we need a little bit more shade. The contrast isn't as dark as I would like it to be. Say it with me. If it's everything's highlights, nothing's highlights. You really want to exaggerate the depths of your shadows with the brightness of your highlights. Not in a way where it looks unnatural, but a way that really conflicts with each other a bit. There we go. We're deepening these shadows a little bit more to a level I'm a bit more happy with. And as you can see, just by doing that, it's making the highlights just appear a lot more visually interesting. When you do shadows, you want to start from the area you want to be the darkest and then kind of push your way out from it. This is a process sometimes called feathering. What's the logo in our hat look like? This is just the G.I. Joe logo, I imagine. don't know if I can freehand a star. Stars are my nemesis. I can't freehand those too much, but we'll see what we can do. And when painting hats, you definitely want to make sure you hit it from all sides. It's really easy to miss the under the brim or other parts like that. And we're just using a slight dry brush motion here. Just trying to catch some of the raised edges of some of this texture. And let's just add a bit of just scratches and scuffs to it. Actually might take just a tiny bit of yellow into this faded green just to give it something more to work with here. And we're just using the edge of this brush, just gotta pick it out. These little latent details we gotta bring out. Now, where does Lady Jaye have the Master of Disguise ability? Is she commonly, like, wearing disguises? We mix a bit of that warm flesh tone with the blue just to get some highlights here. Okay, so well, that's cool that it worked out that way then. For some reason, I feel like Master of Disguise works better on Fia Bonnie than it does Lady Jaye. I don't know why that is. some of this stuff up to snuff. She just attacked the mixer go invisible? Huh. Let's see if we can get a better brown to highlight it with. Let's go with the Paratrooper tan. Actually, I lied. We're gonna go with dark orange brown. We can mix our own brown up if we were not feeling so lazy, but you know, I have all these paints here. Might as well use them. Just gives us a nice bright bit of color for us to bring down. Adding highlights is, you know, you can do even just a simple dry brush of a lighter color onto an area will really just allow you to catch your eye on those little lines and detailing on the model a whole lot easier. Kind of just focusing on Lady Jaye. That's okay. I think we're going to add just a little bit of a black wash to this. I was trying to avoid using it, but I think just a small black wash will help tone it down. I didn't start with a black base, so it'd give me a lot of room to work with. Actually, we might use a strong tone. Now that I think about it, just have a little bit of a brown hint to it, but not fully brown. Strong tone is a pretty, like, I just hate to lose all the highlight work we've done. I'm back and forth on it. Let me think on it. We are going to blend some things down using some hard leather speed paints. Speed paint is a great blender. If you have some colors, you just want to unify a bit more, use some thin down speed paint over it, and it will smooth them out a whole lot. Let's see if I can get this star painted here. You want to mold people? Just re-highlight after the wash. Yeah, that's fair. I think it would help it out. You're supposed to spin it with thin speed paint medium. I just don't have any. I ran out, so I'm just using water. Speed paint medium does cause it to flow a lot better, though. Maybe I'll raise up the brightness of some spots, and then I'll put the wash on. That way it'll tone it down a bit. Yeah. I just haven't had a chance to make it up to the paint store in a while. That place is like crack for me. I really have to have to only go when it's an emergency, because I'll leave with like a whole bunch of paints I just want to try out. Let's see if I can find my dark tone. We'll let Lady Jaye rest for a little bit and then build up from there. I had my kid put all my paints back for me, but he did not put them in order, so I'm trying to find all my things. Alright, let's get some dark tone here. Alright, we're gonna kind of spread this out since it's just a pretty thick. Yeah, this will tie it all together, I think. Different washes have different effects. I find that with Army Drab, using something with a bit of a brownish undercoat to it will make the greens just appear a little bit more that style you're looking for, looking a little more worn and lived in. And I'm just spraying around, making sure we got no pooling. And as Inventive mentioned, we probably will go back through and highlight over this. I've been on a personal journey of just trying to use less washes as possible. Not because it's bad. I think washes are great. It's just forcing myself to try new techniques. But sometimes just something, especially something with so much little details and lack of desire for wanting to get to that point, a wash is very helpful for just getting models finished. Hello, Bill. Welcome to the chat. We're just painting some Joes tonight. All right, let's work on old Duke's face here. Make new friends and keep the old. Always love washes. Oh yeah, there's no shame with washes. They're pretty nice. I mean, like, they're designed for miniatures, like... Sometimes in the effort to learn new things, you do forget the old stuff. Just the easy stuff that you know, there's no shame in something because it's easy. All that matters is it doesn't look good. Bringing up Duke's skin tones here. Does anyone see more new Joe Cobras? I mean, want to see more? Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit. I know Inventive definitely wants a lot of new Joes. I think another round would be good. I think one more wave would be really cool. I know there's a lot more cool Joe heroes that haven't been included, and Joes honestly just feel like they need them. Like Snake Eyes just feels underpowered. Like, he feels like he's running at half capacity, and what's that crocodile guy's name? I just want him with his crocodiles. I burnt myself today cooking some steak. I flipped it over and the tallow splashed onto my arm. Thankfully the steak was good, so it was worth it. Tunnel Rat and Shipwreck, yes. I've looked those up before, and they're cool. They're Roguescaper approved. We're getting kind of sloppy on his face. We're going to have to fix that up a bit. We need a fourth wall and a tight ship too. Yeah, before Heroscape released Joe, all I knew about G.I. Joe was from the community G.I. Joe episode. More figures or gear from G.I. Joe. You know what? I would love some G.I. Joe destructible objects. That would be pretty nice. Like some explosive canisters. I had this idea for a fun, like, terrain of a destructible object. Is that you have, you know, +2 defense against range from it, but if range hits it, then it, you know, does an explosion attack to everyone around it. I don't know, something balanced to make it so that range doesn't instant destroy it, but be kind of fun. Like, give it kind of like a 5 defense, so it's possible. We just need something explosive in Heroscape besides cannons. I wish they made cannons actually a little bit more competitively balanced. Like, they're just kind of there to have fun, which is fine. I appreciate that they exist, but I think honestly, like, if done right, they could be a really fun contention point for armies to try to fight over. But they just, I think, their range is too far, and they're just a bit too strong. Like if they had 5 range, I'd like them a lot more. What other Joe terrain? I really love the Joe ruins. They're pretty good pieces of. They can create almost labyrinths on your map if you're not careful with them, though. But they're fun pieces. One of these days, I'll actually like paint some up. They just make all their ruins like. I wish the lower walls were just like a shade darker. Shade or two darker. Okay, we're just taking a little bit of that yellow brown we had on the palette mixed with the drab brown, and just kind of blocking in some colors. And while we're doing, let's add that wash before we do all the highlight work. That way, anything we build up afterwards isn't lost. Well, I try to take a bit of this mahogany and mix it with the advanced flesh to create some nice shadows, if we do this right. And we're keeping this thin like a glaze here, just to kind of fix some of the sloppiness we were on that face here. There are any Cobra figures I'd like to see, like Zartan? I know Zartan's pretty iconic. I like some, they Bat Troopers? Is that what they're called? Like the yellow and red version of the Cobra Troopers are pretty sick. Vehicles. We've talked about this before, but vehicles would be great to have. Beyond like the helicopter and the... I don't know, give us a tank. The people are ready. Alright, we're gonna wash this, and then we'll build up the colors. Going back to the roots, keeping it simple. build a Duke's hair right here. We'll start with a brown and build our way up to blonde. Actually we'll let mahogany. RC Joe hovercraft. Not gonna lie, Duke with brown hair hits kind of hard. I kind of like it a little bit more than with the blonde, but we'll make it blonde. Take that mahogany and mix it with some of that ochre we have here. The mahogany mainly just gave us a nice underlayer. Yellow's pretty translucent color paint, so you want to have that just to kind of tone it a bit better, give us less layers needed. Alright, let's go back to Lady Jaye while we wait for Duke to dry up here. We'll paint her base. That's what it's all about. Let's cut some leather brown here from Army Painter. Your model will never feel fully finished until you get at least a color on the base. If you have it all look sloppy and primed, it just never feels complete. At least that's how I feel about it. You want to keep the paint a little bit thin, but not like runny when you apply it to your base, so as you can hide your brush strokes. Definitely use a big brush. with long flowing strokes. Less strokes, the better. Ideally, it'd be great to base this before you prime, like with if you're using terrain turf. But I forgot to do that. And let's add just a little bit of magenta to Lady Jaye's lips here. Mix it with that black red. I just painted the base. And we're just using a bit of flesh wash on Duke, just to tone him down. We're doing a quick face here. And just using, again, the detail brush to and these out. And then when you relayer over applied wash, avoid the recesses to maintain that. That might need a bit more time to dry. Honestly, we'll paint his base and we might call it a night here tonight, because we're just going to be waiting for paint to dry for a little bit. And it's been almost a 2-hour stream. We're doing pretty good here. It's tough for me to paint these guys because I have the pre-painted versions as well, and I just haven't been as motivated to paint them. Normally unpainted figures drive me crazy, but yeah, the pre-paints are looking pretty good now. Honestly, there's not enough divide between pre-paints and unpainted. Like, I like the unpainted, they're still cheaper, but I do wish unpainted was just a bit cheaper. Like, the difference between having to print your own decals for knights and put them on and paint the knights is like 15 bucks. Like, I know how to print decals, I know how to design them and put them on. It's still a lot of work. but it's fun if you want to do custom decals. When they release, I'll definitely be doing a squad of a Heroscape Knights that we'll do as a giveaway. Okay, well, we're gonna wait for this guy to dry. We'll probably finish him up off camera. He just has some detail work to do. Lady Jaye is looking pretty good. Just touch up some spots here, but honestly, I like where the highlights are going. That wash was the good call. It just kind of unified everything. It's also important to remember that when you apply washes that it dries brighter than when you apply it, but it still darkens your model overall. Ever planned to paint Snake Eyes in his original cartoon colors? I think it was just black. What's his original colors? Is it like a bluish black? Oh, it's kind of like a blue, black. Kinda. I actually kind of like that more than just the... You know what, I'll paint my Snake Eyes like that, yeah. I definitely like that a lot more if what I'm looking at is correct. A stretch for good health. Alright, we're going to wrap it up here, folks. Thanks all for tuning in to our second stream of the week. I appreciate everyone keeping me company as I get some Joes painted. I'll update the thumbnail and post these when they're all finished. But so far we're looking pretty good. I'm happy with where we got. I was excited about them, but we got some fun things going on. Oh, dark blue with blue-black gear strips. Yeah, I like the dark blue and the black a lot better than just pure black. Just because I think it's different. So I'll do like, maybe I'll do like a whole kind of cartoon style Snake Eyes. Maybe do like black lining and everything on them. I'll think about it. I'll see if that's, he doesn't really have a whole lot of strong lines, but we'll see if that's something we want to do. But either way, thanks all so much for watching. I think next week we won't be streaming. I'll be on a plane, I believe, out of town. So I hope you all appreciate a break from me for a little bit. I'll miss you all, and hopefully I'll be able to work on some projects. I'm bringing them with me on my vacation, so I'll be able to. I have some things I plan on editing in my downtime. Well, my parents, my in-laws watch the game. Maybe I'll have have some time to work on my own stuff. But thank you so much for hanging out. And Age of Annihilation is ending. You may notice things on this channel ramping up, being a lot more consistent as we are looking to finish out things before August 24th. I have a whole lined up schedule, and I'm rapidly working to get things all put back together as we close out an era and move on to the next one. Either way, thanks for watching, and check out the affiliate link in the description if you're looking to buy some Heroscape and help support the channel, and be sure to subscribe if you aren't